An absolutely wild finish has left everyone stunned, and the reactions pouring in are proof that this was no ordinary game. What looked like a lost cause turned into one of the most unbelievable comebacks of the season, leaving analysts speechless and fans in pure disbelief. The energy, the fight, and the never-say-die attitude on display turned this matchup into an instant classic, the kind that people will be talking about for years. Momentum has shifted, confidence is soaring, and the message sent tonight is crystal clear: this team isn't done until the final out. Stay tuned, because we're breaking down the clutch moments, the turning points, and why this comeback is shaking the entire league. What's up, Dodgers Nation? If you're proud to be part of one of the most electric fan bases in all of baseball, make sure to hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss another heart-stopping Dodgers moment. Because tonight, we're diving deep into one of the most jaw-dropping comebacks we've seen all season. A comeback so wild, so dramatic, that even ESPN analysts were left speechless. I'm talking about the night Teoscar Hernández'S lifted the Los Angeles Dodgers to an unbelievable, emotional, and unforgettable victory that sent shockwaves throughout Major League Baseball. It was one of those nights at Dodger Stadium when the air just felt different. You could sense the tension. The crowd was restless, the energy was off the charts, and every pitch felt like it carried the weight of the entire season. The Dodgers had been down, and not just on the scoreboard. They'd been facing questions, pressure, and doubt from analysts all across the sports world. ESPN had spent the last few days talking about whether this team still had that championship spark. Whether the Dodgers' offense could find that late-inning magic that defined them in past seasons. And then, out of nowhere, Teoscar Hernández reminded everyone exactly who the Dodgers are. For most of the game, things didn't look good. The opposing pitcher was dealing, the Dodgers' bats were silent, and the frustration was mounting. You could see it in the dugout players pacing, heads down, the kind of vibe that tells you the game might slip away. Even Mookie Betts, usually the calm, confident leader, looked like he was searching for answers. Freddie Freeman was grinding at the plate, Will Smith couldn't find a rhythm, and Shohei Ohtani was just missing pitches he usually destroys. It was one of those classic baseball nights where everything feels like it's stacked against you. ESPN's live broadcast crew was already preparing their post-game breakdown, you know the kind, the long talk about how the Dodgers might not be as dominant as everyone thinks, how maybe the depth isn't there anymore, how the National League race could be wide open. But then something changed. Something clicked. The Dodgers did what great teams do: they fought back. It started with a little spark in the 7th inning. The crowd had been quiet for most of the night, but as soon as a base hit dropped into right field, you could feel the entire stadium wake up. It was like someone flipped a switch. That's when Teoscar Hernández stepped up to the plate. The man who's been one of the biggest stories of the Dodgers season, a player who's earned every ounce of respect from teammates and fans alike. And when he dug into that batter's box, the tension was so thick you could feel it through the screen. The pitcher was working quickly, trying to keep the momentum, but Teoscar wasn't blinking. First pitch, ball 1. Second pitch, fouled off. Third pitch, slider low and away. You could tell he was seeing the ball perfectly. And then came that moment, that one pitch every fan remembers. The pitcher hung a breaking ball right over the heart of the plate, and Teoscar absolutely crushed it. The sound off the bat was different, that loud, echoing crack that every baseball fan recognizes as a no-doubt shot. The camera panned up, and there it was, the ball soaring into the night sky, climbing higher and higher, and finally disappearing into a sea of cheering fans. Dodger Stadium exploded. It wasn't just a home run, it was a statement. It tied the game and sent a jolt of energy through the team that could only be described as electric. ESPN's broadcast booth went silent for a second, almost in disbelief. One of the commentators literally said, "Did that just happen?" Because that's how sudden and shocking it was. You could see the dugout come alive, players jumping over the railing, shouting, high-fiving, and roaring with adrenaline. Teoscar rounded the bases with that confident stride, pointing toward the sky, soaking it all in. But the story didn't end there. Because the Dodgers weren't done. Once that door opened, they broke it wide open. The energy carried into the 8th inning. Freeman with a double into the gap, Betts drawing a walk, Ohtani ripping a single that put the Dodgers in front. It felt like every single player was feeding off that one swing from Teoscar Hernández'S. ESPN switched their tone completely. Suddenly, they weren't talking about the Dodgers' struggles, they were praising the heart, the resilience, and the depth of this team. They replayed Teoscar's homer again and again, breaking it down from every angle, analyzing his swing path, his timing, his calm under pressure. It became the highlight of the night. Even in the post-game studio, analysts were stunned. One of them said, "This is why you never count out the Dodgers. They have stars everywhere, and anyone can be the hero." That line summed it up perfectly. The Dodgers don't just rely on one guy. They have a lineup full of players who can turn a game on its head in seconds. When the 9th inning rolled around, the Dodgers sealed the deal. The bullpen shut it down, the crowd was chanting Teoscar, Teoscar, and the team stormed the field with the kind of joy that reminds you why baseball is so special. You could see it on every face, the relief, the pride, the excitement. It wasn't just another win. It was a message. A message to the league, to the analysts, and to every critic who doubted them. After the game, reporters rushed to get Teoscar's reaction. And true to his personality, he stayed humble. He said, "I just wanted to help my team win. We never stopped believing." That one line hit fans right in the heart. Because it showed what makes this Dodgers team different, that belief, that chemistry, that hunger to win no matter what. Social media went absolutely crazy. Twitter, or should I say X, was flooded with clips of the home run, fans screaming in disbelief, people tagging ESPN with messages like "Still think the Dodgers are done?" or "Guess that analysis didn't age well." The clip of Teoscar's swing hit over 1 million views in less than an hour. It was trending worldwide. Even former players and celebrities chimed in. You had guys like Ken Rosenthal calling it one of the most clutch moments of the season, and even LeBron James tweeting, "Dodgers magic is real." The story spread like wildfire. The next morning, ESPN's headlines were completely different. Instead of questioning the Dodgers' depth, they were celebrating their comeback spirit. The analysts who had doubted them the day before were now praising Teoscar Hernández as one of the most impactful mid-season acquisitions in recent MLB history. They broke down how his addition has changed the entire dynamic of the lineup, his power, his veteran leadership, his ability to deliver in big moments. And it's true. Teoscar has been everything the Dodgers could have hoped for and more. When he first joined the team, some wondered how he fit into an already star-studded roster. But he's become the glue guy, the one who lifts everyone up, who brings the energy, who never seems to get rattled. You can see how much his teammates respect him. Every time he comes through, the whole team reacts like they just won the World Series. That chemistry is what makes this Dodgers group so dangerous. ESPN analysts even compared him to some of the most clutch players in recent memory, guys like Justin Turner in his prime, or even Mookie Betts during his MVP run. They highlighted how Teoscar's power numbers in late innings are among the best in the league. That's not luck, that's pure confidence and preparation. And you can't overlook what this win means in the bigger picture. The Dodgers needed a game like this. They needed a reminder of who they are. They've had injuries, tough stretches, and moments of frustration, but comebacks like this reignite the fire. It sends a message to the entire National League: the Dodgers are never out of a game, no matter what the scoreboard says. For fans, this night will go down as one of those remember where you were moments. Everyone who was at Dodger Stadium felt like they were part of something special. You could see kids in the stands jumping and screaming, older fans hugging strangers, people holding their phones up to record the moment because they knew they'd want to watch it again and again. That's what baseball is all about, those rare, spine-tingling moments when everything comes together and the impossible suddenly feels inevitable. If you loved reliving this insane comeback, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. What was your favorite part of the game? Where does Teoscar's homer rank among the greatest Dodgers moments you've ever seen? Let's talk about it, because one thing's clear: this team isn't done making history.